What is this metal clip labeled Duro Clip, with grips to make closing it easy, and a spring-loaded adjustable clip that clicks into holes to keep it from reopening? It's about 1.5 inches wide, a magnet will pick it up, and there are 7 holes for the locking clip. My friend's father found a couple of dozen of them at a flea market near Buffalo, New York in the mid-90s, and thought they looked like some sort of vintage sewing gizmo, or maybe something to do with an antique sewing machine, and got them for me. It clicks very satisfyingly when you press the grips together to close it, and it will not click in the other direction. Thanks for whatever information anyone can provide. It's a 1920s clamp for securing the tubes used in waving hair. It was patented on January 4th, 1927 by Bernard A. Sterling of Chicago, Illinois. You can see the clamps being used here, and another one here. And there are dozens of patents for metal clips similar to these. It was popular to give a permanent wave to women's hair during this time. Does anyone know with certainty how this mystery tool was used? Wild guesses are welcome, but please let me know if it is only a guess. Around 12 inches long, with a deep opening, and the lever pushes the piece out. I was told it is an antique hair straightener, or a butter mold. Thanks for whatever information anyone can provide. It's a 1920s ice cream scoop, used to make ice cream sandwiches. It was patented on February 17, 1925, by Maurice L. Levine of Chicago, Illinois. Squeeze the handle and the ice cream comes out in a neat sandwich-shaped square. The shank has a 3-size adjusting ring used to make different-sized ice cream sandwiches. What is this 1914 Model T Ford part? This was in a box of parts, and most of them were 1914 Model T. About 25 inches total length, it is stamped on the handle with Fear Fighter and 383 on the back. Does anybody recognize this? It's the inner part of an early to mid-20th century fire extinguisher, missing the outside brass. It was patented on September 6, 1921 by Roscoe C. Iddings of Dayton, Ohio. This particular model of extinguisher was commonly used by soldiers during World War II, and the bracket was made to fit on 1943 to 1945 Jeeps. I have no clue what this is. I found this when cleaning out my grandfather's house. The paper is 6 inches by 9 inches for reference, and the end that is sideways in the pick has a hole in it, along with 2 pins sticking out by about 1/8 of an inch. Someone suggested it looks like a doorstop that's put in a door hinge, but the wood knob doesn't make sense for it to be that. I'd be really interested to know what this is or what it's used for. It's an antique pool table rail bolt wrench tool. It removes the rail bolts that have heads that the 2-pronged wrench fits in. The rail is the perimeter that houses a light cushion for the balls to bounce off of. You apply pressure to the bolt while turning it with the lever with the hole in it. The center hole on the bolts is for the decorative cover. Here's an old table where you can see the covers. What is this thing I found buried in my backyard in Ohio? It's made of plastic and about the size of my palm. I really have no clue here. The best guess I've heard is that maybe it's a doorbell chime box, the shell of a garage door remote, or a car air freshener. If anyone has a clue about what it is, that would be greatly helpful. It's a magazine for a 1960s noise-making toy gun. Here's the specific toy I had in mind, and here's the side-by-side comparison with an exact magazine, just with wear and tear. There were a few slightly different models over the years, with the grade of plastic and production details getting cheaper over time. I recall having at least one of these in the 70s, which was pulled back on a spring to power the noise-making ratchet, and also make the red plastic flame at the end of the barrel reciprocate. What is this metal object I pulled from my parents' attic in West Virginia? I can't for the life of me figure out what it is. It's a metal pole with attachments, and it's been there since the 90s or earlier. I tried Google image search to no avail. Any insights would be appreciated. It's a 1960s tension pole vinyl record holder, designed to display and organize up to 45 vinyl LPs. It can be used with ceiling heights between 7.5 and 8.5 feet, and they are detachable, and can be relocated at various heights along the pole. What is this bronze doorknob-like thing from the thrift store? I believe it is made of bronze, and it says 1880 on the back, which might be the year of make. At first, I thought doorknob, but that wouldn't make sense. Any ideas about what this could be? It's the top of a 19th century rocking ink blotter from the 1860s, and you're missing the curved block on the bottom. It held a sheet of highly absorbent blotting paper and was gently rolled over freshly handwritten text to soak up excess wet ink, preventing smudges before the paper was turned or folded. The rocking motion applies even pressure across the page without dragging or tearing the paper. What is this silver thing? My grandfather gave me this silver thing, thinking it was just a decorative piece, but upon further inspection, it opens and has the inscription, "Made in England," on the base. Based on the way it was tarnished before I cleaned it, it's definitely silver. I think it's something like an incense burner. Does anyone got any info on what this is? How old it may be, etc.? That's a 1920s to 40s muffineer, also known as a sugar shaker, used to dust freshly baked muffins, crumpets, scones, and puddings with fine sugar or warming spices. The pierced top was to prevent clumping and ensure an even dusting. What is this very rusty metal object found on an archaeological dig? We are all stumped. It was found alongside a bunch of square and wire-cut nails and calcified bone fragments on a primarily Euro-American site. I can't be specific about the location, but it was found in the northeast of the US. It seems it has something to do with construction, but we don't know the exact purpose. It is only about 4 inches long, if that helps. Does anyone have any ideas? Please tell us down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.